Hey everyone, Kathy the Vegan Prepper here, and in this video we're going to discuss pretty much the only thing I don't really like about Azure Standard. Let's go ahead and get into it. Vegan Prepper. Vegan Prepper. I love Azure Standard as a company. They're kind of amazing. They're an American-owned company. They've been in the game for a really long time. A lot of the stocking that I've done, probably most of the stocking I have done, has been through Azure Standard, and I love them. So let's get that clear right away. This is not a bash Azure Standard video. And if you haven't ever checked them out and you want to check them out, do so using the link down below. It helps us out, and we would really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Basically, one of the things about Azure Standard that is maybe a little hard to get used to at first, and then occasionally can be kind of an issue, like it is for me this month, is the fact that you add stuff to your cart and then you don't know until sometimes a couple of days after your order closes whether or not you're going to actually get everything or anything that you put into your cart. And so it can be kind of a game that you play, and typically I get to play that game pretty well. I typically have a little bit of a leeway in my budget. I order usually about $100 or so more than I typically actually want to spend. And then if I get it all, it's kind of like I'm maybe a little tight in the rest of my grocery budget. But for the most part, it's not a big deal. This month, though, is a month I don't really have extra to build into that little budget on Azure. So this month I'm feeling it. And it's kind of the one thing for me is that it makes it kind of difficult to do your grocery budgeting, especially if things get kind of tight. Now for us, thank God nothing has happened. There's no drama. Actually, my grocery budget is tight this month, and I blame lychees. If you know, you know, okay? It's lychee season apparently, and they're all over my Asian markets, and I can't stop buying them, even when they're ridiculously expensive. These latest little gems were only $2.99 a pound, and that was super cheap. The first time I bought them this year, they were $8.99 a pound. So I know this is one of those things, like I'm normally super budget and whatnot, but these guys only come around once a year, and I jump on those whenever they come. So anyway, I love them so much. So this month was lychee season apparently. And so I blew so much of our grocery budget buying lychees, but I have no regrets. But except for the fact that now on Azure, I'm kind of like, I don't have this big window that I normally have. I did not spend all of it on lychees, but I don't have this window that I normally have. So it can be like a little bit difficult to figure out what to put my cart at, because again, you never know what you're going to get, what you're not going to get. And so if you say, I only have $400 to spend this month, and you put your cart at exactly $400, and then 100 of it doesn't show up, well, you could have added like $100 of other stuff to your cart, and then you don't get to buy those things again until the next month. And so basically what I need to do, and what my plan is moving forward, is basically to do just that, and start next month. Probably what I'm going to do is set my budget exactly by only what I have to spend without using like a little buffer, and then whatever doesn't arrive, immediately set that chunk aside to become my buffer the following month, if that makes sense. And so basically that's how I'm going to solve it. So still not a huge deal, but you know, stuff comes up. Okay, stuff comes up. Life happens. Lychees happen. Okay. So anyway, that's basically it. That's like the one thing about Azure that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't understand. I guess I need to do a little more research. I kind of don't understand why they do things that way. I would assume that it has to do with the fact that you can build your cart and then you can take things in and out right up until the last minute. And so updating the quantities on everything for every single person who's changing their minds and changing stuff right up until the last minute would be very difficult. And so it's just sort of one of the idiosyncrasies of shopping with Azure, that a lot of times you can get what you want, but sometimes you'll go months of putting the same thing in your cart and you just won't get it, and then all of a sudden you will. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. So anyway, that's it. That's the one thing about Azure that I'm not a massive fan of, but you know, it just sort of takes a little planning, and then we will get over it. So, and get around it. So anyway, I hope that you got something out of that, or you enjoyed that. If you have anything down below to say about any of that, or if you'd like to explain their inventory system to me and why that all works the way that it works, go ahead and let us know down in the comments below. And as always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. See you guys later. Bye.